And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A give to Kamara running right. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
64,
Collins now operating from the gun. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Check 9, check 9.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. It's caught by Aguilar.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
From the gun on third down, Collins. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Collins from the gun. He'll throw. Completes it to Aguilar. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Running with Kamara. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2.
Brings up second and 2 at the 50-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's third and short.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, third and 2. Looking to throw. Collins. He's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Throwing is Collins to throw on second down. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's third and 5.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Collins. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, second and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing. And as a player, that means an awful lot.
They'll run it with Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
On second down, Hill. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Flushed out right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
At the Steelers' 33-yard line.
Come on, set. Sit down. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. That's the one.
Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Switch.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Jackson will throw again. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Ready. 50 outlaw. 52. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They go play action here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Yeah, a few times he's even... Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Hit it. 49-3. 218, chop. Cut. Go.
Kamara try the right side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Point after, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Play action. It's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Let's go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Buying time to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tajay Sharp as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Again, it's Hill. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And here's Collins looking to throw on second down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Collins. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 56 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
He's checking, okay?
They go play action with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Collins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tavon Young. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait. And they're there to pick this one off.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Collins operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Collins now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Might have needed just one more block. As it stands, 37-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Tennessee. The Patriots have moved out in front in that ball game, and we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Left comer, left comer. Okay, double up, double up, double up.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and forever. Jackson now. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking to throw. Collins. Flush to his right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Collins to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, but now it's 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
The real with the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They go play action now. Jackson throwing left side. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Jackson now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. This time, Jackson will throw it. That's complete to Sharp. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the toss, here's Hill. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Steelers' 46-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Here's Hill one more time. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 8. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's back to throw. It's caught by Aguilar. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Shakes off the sand. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory, and I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
49, come on.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Akeem Hicks. And the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory.
Check.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here.
Let's go now. Let's get in that hole.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Ravens, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the